Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2, following my career, Farquar Freights. Now we are still rocking our Mr. T-Ball skin, thank you very much kind sir. If you didn't watch the last episode, go back and watch it, get to hear a little bit more about myself, Mr. T-Ball, and our channels. And again, I will drop a link down to his channel as a thank you in the description, so go check him out after you've checked out this video. So today we are still in Lille and I'm going to take a little jobby on delivering some garlic down to Rhine, I believe it is. So we're all parked up and we are ready to take delivery. Let's get that in there, son. Boys done well, got that in there good. Let's start our engine. Boom. Let's do this, as my friend always says. Now, I do apologise, I made a big mistake. And I just necked a cup of coffee. So, I am going to be gassy as always. But I can feel it already repeating. I don't know why I do it to myself. Now, I think this is around about 350 miles, this trip. So I don't think it'll be an overly long one, which is nice. I think sometimes I do put out really long content, and you know what, if I haven't been up to much, not necessarily a lot to talk about. Last episode, that was only a day or two ago, so did a lot of chat in that, and haven't done a great deal since. Not personally anyway, just sort of relaxing, trying to enjoy life as best we can. So I hope everyone else is all well, that you've been keeping safe, having fun, doing your thing. Those of you with channels, I hope you have experienced some growth and enjoying that, all the success to you, I say. Let's share it about a bit. Now, I did touch on it before, about how a big part of why I do this is for the community and to meet similar-minded, not necessarily like-minded, but similar-minded people who enjoy doing a similar sort of thing. So if you are one of them, hit that sub button, drop a comment, and we shall connect up and chat about whatever it is you want to chat about. I play a variety of games myself. I don't always record a variety of games because, as I often mention, most of my subscribers don't seem to be interested in the variety games, which is a shame. But I will continue to do them. I've got some plans for some different things coming. Want to make sure the farming's going well. Want to make sure the trucking's going well. Hello, Mr. Policeman. Better indicate. Yeah, I want to make sure everything's going well there first. We've got some things we need to finish off. Every now and then I have a little burst and I do some different stuff. And I think the trouble is it gets a little bit disheartening with the other stuff because it doesn't get the attention. I love playing it. I'll record it when I play it. But because maybe people aren't watching it as much as I thought they might, I then don't play it as much as I'd like, because I might as well put out a video that I think more people are gonna like to help the channel, which is sort of a double-edged sword, I think, in trying to have a successful YouTube channel, is you do have to cater a little bit for the audience. But in my head, when I'm playing a game now, after like a year and 2 or 3 months, I play a game and I'm not recording it, especially if it's on my PC. If I'm playing a game and I'm not recording it, I think, what are you doing, man? You should be recording it. It's someone will watch it. So sometimes that's what I do. So you might find every now and then a little bit of a random video turns up. I'm going to try and get back to doing more of the first hour, because I like doing them. They're games that I wouldn't necessarily play a lot of, but that I have either through that I have either through Game Pass or Epic Games, or their codes that I've been given. So I give them a try. And some of them I've really enjoyed. Some that I've been really surprised with that I enjoy as well. So it's not a bad thing. Oh, I hate these European speeds, man. 43 miles an hour. I know we're only doing 36, but that's because I stopped accelerating about a mile ago. There we go. A bit more like it. Oh, that's it, mate. U-Haul's passed.
Keep left.
Got me stuck in the wrong lane as well. Brutal. We've got a nip across here. Oh, that's risky business, especially without checking their mirrors. Like I said before, on ATS, you can get some mirrors fit on the front of your truck. But I think it's because they have the longer hood, the longer bonnet with the engine in. So they stick them on the side of that so they can see around the other side of the truck while looking forward. It's a nice little touch. I wouldn't mind one of them on here. Saves having to move your head. Just purely out of laziness. Again, we're just clutching and coasting. Now, I thought I would have saved a bit of fuel with my terrible style. But apparently we're not. We are going through fuel a bit quicker. I have set it, though, to realistic fuel consumption. So I think we're going to be burning more fuel. I wasn't sure if that would make it burn more fuel or less fuel. But I think we're burning more fuel. Also, I've noticed, as is in real life, because I do play quite a bit of American Truck Simulator off screen. That's one of the ones where I really need to maybe sort of look into record, and I have mentioned it many times. But then it comes down to thinking, well, where am I going to squeeze it on the schedule? But anyway, yeah, petrol is so, or gas as they call it, so cheap in America. It does make me chuckle because they complain about how expensive it is over there. And it is so cheap. It costs next to nothing. And a few weeks ago, a fellow tuber with a more of a FPS channel I like to watch, Blurred Dad Gaming. Go check him out. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description. He was posting on his Twitter that he had to stop off and buy gas, and he had tokens for his gas, and he showed his receipt. It was over $75, and for how many litres it was, and yeah, I told him like that amount of petrol, that amount of diesel here in the UK would have cost £105, and in US that would have been $135. So it's like twice as much. And like they complain, UK viewers, can you remember when petrol was like 75, 80p a litre? That was so long ago. And it's only now reaching that as a height in the US. And they think it's astronomical, it's criminal. They want to overthrow the government for it. And it's just like, man, we wish. I said to him, COVID isn't the only reason why everyone in the UK is working from home anymore. We can't afford to go to work. And with the way that the energy prices are going, soon we won't be able to afford to run a home either. Because it's crazy. Crazy over here. It's mental. It's mental. Yet, all these big companies announcing, you know, billions in profit. Billions in profit. But we've still got to pay more, because apparently it costs more to get it. No, it costs more to keep your profit margin. That's what it is. It costs more to keep your profit margin. It costs more to get it. But it does, but they just don't want to take it. I'm going to get a speeding ticket again in a minute, so I'm going to do some of my coasting. Yes, that is the advantage of the limiter, and also a little bit of cruise control. I wouldn't necessarily speed so much. Here we go. We're good. We're good now. I mean, the fuel price is insane. Even with like everything that's going on over there in Russia and Ukraine, prices were going up before that. It's just now an excuse that they can put prices up even more. They'd already announced their big profit margins, and then, ooh, up it goes again. Absolute mental. How are we supposed to run 2 PCs, 4 monitors, and a whole sim rig if you're going to charge us that much for me electricity? Dear. First world problems, I guess. That's what you have to look at. It is, you know, they are essential things, but they are proper first world problems. Yeah, everyone's crying about what Elon Musk is doing with his money. He comes to visit me on Gas Station Simulator, so he ain't that bad of a geezer, is he? It's just, oh dear. I try not to get into it. I have done before, I think, political stuff. I try not to. Just keep it light-hearted. But yeah, because you never know who's listening. Are they right? Are they left? Are they in the middle? Have they got a clue? Do they support cats? You know? It's all down to the right hate when the left take control, the left hate when the right take control, and those people who sit on the fence in the middle just sort of shrug and want everyone to be happy. Crazy world. Crazy world. Makes me do that. Oh, we got a little frame stutter there. Now you might find, obviously because ETS comes out a little bit more space than everything else, I'll talk about graphics a lot more the last week or two. FS22 had an update on PC anyway, and along with everything else that it normally, that it normally screws over, like the wheel settings and all your key bindings and everything like that, for some reason the last update really messed with my graphics. Now, alright mate, alright, fuck me, where's my horn? I'm over here. Oh, bloody balls, that made me sweat. My legs have gone sweaty. Yeah, my PC specs are all down in the description. But I'll run a beast. It's a good PC. Got a 10th Gen i9, 3080 Ti, running 32 gigabytes of RAM. I think it's 32, it might be 64. But yeah, we're smashing it, and it just looked shockingly bad. It looked shit. It really did. I was so angry as well because I'd spent all the time getting the wheel back and sorting out the key bindings again because I'd been moving my key bindings about and I hadn't saved the new settings. I still had my old ones saved. And then to get into the game and try and start recording and realising that it looked awful. I then spent probably nearly 2 hours playing around with the graphics just to get to a point where I was happy that I could record with that. Now, normally, beforehand, I was hitting like 100, 120, sometimes 140 frames per second. After that update, I couldn't get it above 50. So I don't know what happened, and I did a lot of fiddling about and trying to do things and adjust some things, and settings aren't what I originally had, but I've got it now, so it's, excuse me, running a lot smoother. And I'm now back up to probably about 110, 120 FPS. But in doing that, it has made me go in and look at more games and their settings and fiddle a bit more with them.
Take the second exit.
So I'm not sure whether this is looking better or looking worse. I think sometimes there's a little bit of a visual wobble, but sometimes you see things in editing that you don't see while you're playing. And sometimes you see things while you're playing that you don't see in editing.
At the roundabout, take
So it'd
the
be
first
intriguing
exit
to
now.
find out. But yeah, I was always running everything really nice. Obviously, none of the other settings were affected by the FS update, but it just made me go in and look at more things,
Exit now.
which was good. Often conversate with fellow gamers. I say conversate, I don't like to argue. Sometimes it turns into an argument.
Finally, we are here.
Like people that don't understand the difference between like PC gaming and console gaming. Now I'm a console gamer that plays on PC. There is a stark difference in a lot of games on how they perform and how they play and the experience you get. And I had this one bloke once trying to tell me that it's the same experience, and I just couldn't get him to understand what I was trying to say. Right, we're going to go for the easy one because that's got to turn me around completely. Right. We ran out of journey. I wanted more journey to have my little chat. But yeah, but to go from gaming, like a lot of the games I play when I play away from recording, when I record, I'm playing in 2K. When I play for myself, I play in 4K. But to go from playing 4K at about 140 frames per second or more sometimes on a powerful game, on a game that's optimized, you know, you can rank up crazy. If I stick on Warzone or something like that, sometimes, or Rainbow Six, that is super optimized. Like a couple of hundred frames per second. So, yeah, to then have to like FS drop down to 50 frames, you notice it, especially on coming from console, because I know the difference between the too far. See the difference between the two, and with their lower frame rate. Didn't spend $3.5 grand on a PC to play console spec. Right. Let's turn this off. Let's get this delivered. They can come and unload it. So that is. So I forgot to speak. I was just reading it. 156 miles, 4.5 hours. What's that? 5.5 grand, 282 XP. We're edging close at level 21 and a new skill point. But what I would like to look at is to see if we can driver manager. Let's see how our guy's been getting on. So if we click on old Clarky over here, what do we got? Average profit per distance. Is that what we get? I wanted to know how much. Oh, it was a show log. There we go. So he's done quite a few runs for us, all around the 300-mile mark, which is, you know, generally what we're sort of looking at. He doesn't seem to be getting as much, although that's after he's been paid. But he's took young seedlings, which we kept track of, and then the beef. So he's done empty pallets since then, sawdust panels, and so like MDF board in it, some radiators. So we are right, because we work out of Cambridge. He goes to Cambridge and out the 300 miles, and then gets a job from there to come back to Cambridge to then go in. And I get it. I get what he's doing. He goes a day out and then a day back, and a day out and a day back, earning us some money. So if he learned long distance trucking, he would go further afield and earn us more money. He's learning the eco. He was on one skill. He's now got a second one. So that's working. And he has gone from 0.8 to a 1.7. And he's heading back. He stopped to rest. That's what it tells me there. He's idle. He's driven 16,000 miles. That's good. That is cool. Okay, so if we go to our garage, click on it, so we can fit one more driver in there. Now I think our truck initially cost about, this first truck, the man, cost about 100 grand. but there's a lot of upgrades on that. So I don't know. We might convert all of them over to the Merc and the Actros Big Space. Convert them over to there. So if we got the money together, because it was like 200 grand, I think, wasn't it? If we can get 200 grand, we could buy a second one, and then company skin it, have a proper fleet, and give it to him, and then sell the man, and then try and get a third Merc and hire a second driver, or a third driver as it would be, second employee. Also, I think if we got him a trailer, he'd make more money. So we might do that as well. But that is it for another day. That is it for another video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I sort of started getting into a bit of a thing at the end there. Shame the journey cut short. But I don't like to do too many trips in one go. They do get a bit long. And you guys have got other things to do with your day. So if you've enjoyed today's video, give it a big fat thumbs up down below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn your bell notification on, find out when new videos come live. And as always, drop comment feedbacks down there. Have a chat with me, have a chat with others, share some experiences, especially those that play the truck in. Yeah, also hit me up on my social media, Twitter, Instagram, everything's all down there. I'd love to see other people's screenshots and stuff like that. I try and remember to share some of mine on there. So yeah, go follow that. That's pretty much always MrFarquar or MrFarquar_gaming. And hopefully you'll have a nice Jarl, went all American there. Hopefully you all have a lovely day, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye bye.